Hey, this is Bruce Naylor, and today I'm going to give you my take on the just completed Apple event for the iPhone 6, Apple Pay, and the Apple Watch. Right after this, don't go away. Hey, thanks for joining us, and I always appreciate when you thumbs up our videos, share them, like them, and of course, if you're not a subscriber, hey, subscribe to the Frugal Tech channel on YouTube. We appreciate it. I wanted to get this video made while my thoughts were kind of fresh and the Apple event was fresh in everybody's mind. Now, this was a major thing for Tim Cook. This is the day, the time that Apple becomes Tim Cook's Apple. So let's just begin with the presentation itself. I don't know about you, but I had a horrible time streaming this event. It was just a bad experience. So much so, there were parts of it I had to watch on The Verge and read it, and parts of it I could watch on the Apple TV. Parts of it I had to watch on my iPad, and I've got a 100 megabit internet connection that was totally rock solid during the presentation. I heard either a Japanese or Chinese translator talking in the back. It was a mess. Let's get to the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus. So first off, I got to say that I'm a bit underwhelmed with the new iPhone. There's some things I don't like. I don't care for the rear camera lens protruding from the body of the iPhone. The base model is still 16 gigabytes. I mean, come on, Apple, what's the story with that? Now, there is better battery life with the new iPhone 6. The new A8 processor, the M8 coprocessor is very cool on it. It is thinner. It is the 5.5 has the 1080p resolution on it, which is really nice. Overall, it does have the 802.11 AC wireless. I like the wireless phone calling. That's kind of cool. It said battery life is improved anywhere between 20 to 100% over, say, the iPhone 5, depending on the usage, and that's cool. The lens on the camera is a bright 2.2 aperture on that, so that's really nice. So all in all, I think it's a worthy upgrade to the iPhone 5 and the 5S. I do believe that. But my take on it is that I believe the 5.5 inch will be in strong demand, probably not as much for the 4.7 inch. That's number one. Number two, I find this phone itself to be a bit underwhelming, especially when you look at the hardware. You can get just much better hardware with looking at like the HTC One, the Moto X, Galaxy Note 4 is also just superior hardware across the phone. And what is up with having only an 8 megapixel camera? I find that disappointing as well. Apple claims it's the best iPhone yet. Have to agree with them on that point. But Apple really needs to make that leapfrog in the smartphone space. I don't see that really happening. We're getting a bigger screen a little bit faster. And yeah, but the motion coprocessor is kind of cool because now you can measure elevation with the fitness app, so with HealthKit. So that's kind of cool. I'm personally going to be upgrading to the iPhone 6. More than likely, it'll be the iPhone 6 Plus will be the unit I look at. Still kind of on the bubble on that. Now, to me, the real news, a lot of people are going to say it's the Apple Watch. I say no. I say that is Apple Pay. It couldn't come at a worse time, though, right after the iCloud hack about security. However, Apple has taken and made a very usable version of NFC of an e-wallet. And I think that's really cool and really helpful. I like how easy it is to set up. I like the convenience of paying with the phone or the watch in a touch-based format. The security looks good on the surface, don't know. And the privacy features of Apple Pay, I think somebody had to take the lead and say, look, let's do this. Let's figure out a way to make it human, usable. And because the NFC museum is full of old phones, it just never quite got there. And I think major companies are getting on board with Apple. So I think the e-wallet is finally going to come to fruition. That was the big story, in my opinion. On to the iWatch. This is a product that asks more questions than it gives answers. What are the specs on the iWatch? Don't know. What's the battery life on the iWatch? Don't know. What is that one must-have feature for the iWatch? I asked a friend of mine, if Steve Jobs were alive, would he authorize this iWatch project? And if he would have, what would he have done different? And the answer came back, no one gave us a compelling reason to actually own this watch. We know it requires an iPhone 5 or later to operate. The design is all about aesthetics. Personally, I didn't find it that good looking. I think it was said possibly by Johnny Ive that, Switzerland better watch. Don't think so. Don't think the Swiss have a damn thing to worry about with the iWatch. As far as design goes, 3 different models. Base price, I think, of $349 on up. Now, here's the thing. I did a lot of research into wearables probably 6 months to a year ago. The bottom line is, for most wearable technology, people buy it, they use it, then they get tired of charging it up and dealing with it and wearing it, and ultimately ends up in a sock drawer somewhere. And I don't think the iWatch is going to be any fundamentally different unless there's a very compelling reason to own it. So that's just the way I look at it. I think the iWatch will probably end up in a lot of sock drawers. It's going to sell well in the beginning, and then it'll just taper off and, in my opinion, probably not do so well. And that's it. That's my take on this Apple event. Love to hear from you and your comments down below. Bruce Naylor, talk to you later.